Fibrosis. Thanks for coming today. My dad named me Jesse. My dad's going to tell you all about my sister Holly.
So they say that there are moments that you can redefine your life as the before and the after, and this would be ours. Holly Berlin Rosenzweig was born January 8th, 2015, and about 2 weeks after she was born, the doctors called my wife, who immediately called me. Her voice was strained with worry as she told me that the doctors felt as though Holly had something called cystic fibrosis. And I remember exactly where I was standing. I remembered exactly what I was looking at when she said that, and I didn't know exactly what it meant, but I knew that in my heart things had just shifted in a direction that we were not prepared for. Shands confirmed the CF via a sweat test, and we were just devastated. I remember sitting there thinking to myself, man, am I really sitting here and contemplating the mortality of my infant daughter right now? It was surreal. But the team there very lovingly and very kindly helped us take the first steps back in the right direction. As many of you already know, CF creates a thick and sticky buildup of mucus in the respiratory system. It makes lungs a prime breeding ground for bacteria to wreak havoc. So on a typical day for Holly, she'll do her little chest therapies 2 times in the morning and then again in the evening. On a not so typical day, if she's sick, she will do them about 4 times a day to the tune of about 2 hours. She takes enzymes with every meal, so because her pancreas will not allow the mucus will not allow her pancreas to release the enzymes that she naturally produces. So as a toddler, she'll average about 17 to 20, and as she gets older, this will only increase. It'll probably triple, just so that she can eat. She also supplements her vitamins with a fat-soluble vitamin that her body can absorb properly. Nebulizers are part of her life. They'll become more and more part of her life as she gets older, and will probably start to feel very much like a part-time job. Besides this, small colds can exacerbate her lung condition. The flu can downright mangle. This is just the tip of the iceberg with someone who has CF and what they must do to maintain a certain level of health. The day-to-day uncertainty about the present, about the future, wears on you. The never-ending pills and exercises and treatments and doctor's visits, they wear on you too. You cannot call in sick to CF, you cannot take days off. There are no breaks from CF and all of its complications and worries. When Holly was about a month old, when emotions were still very raw and were swirling, I was talking to a friend and I was trying to figure out how to cope. So it was at this point that I opened up an email account in her name and I began to write to her. It was cathartic to me because you feel somewhat helpless and you want to do something. You want to do something, help, something positive. She's still very little now, so I don't mind talking about this sort of thing. As she gets older, I'll shut my mouth too, so I don't spoil the surprise. But my intentions at first were to take that username and password and write it down. And then when she got older, I would give it to her, and she could go back and she could read. And I wanted to encourage her to live her life. The disease was part of her, but it didn't define who she was. So don't back down. Have goals, have ambitions about your life, aspirations. She could read how I watched her battle through tough times, watched her do her therapies when she didn't want to. I watched her get through tough times as well and overcome them. It would be like a sort of like a journal to document her journey. And I wanted her to know that she was never alone, even when she didn't know it. And my intentions are slightly different now. She was never alone, and that's not just because of me, and it's not just because of my wife or mother or our friends or our dear family, but it's because of you too. Later, I'll write to her and tell her what it was like watching people give and give out of the goodness of their heart and how you were there for her and others with CF as well, how it made a difference. I'll make sure she knows that when the cure is found, it was because of you. CF is a relentless disease, but the human spirit will triumph. We are more relentless. One of my favorite quotes of all time is Walt Disney, and he said, "When you believe in a thing, believe in it all the way, unquestionably and implicitly. The science has already made leaps and bounds into the treating and curing of CF, and this progress we made is not by accident. The battle is hard fought, but it is being won. And today is another day that we strike a blow at it." From the bottom of my heart, thank you very much to Dana Duty. You are a force of nature. Thank you to Kira and her team, your team, Dana, and thank you to Shan's. But most of all, thank you for adding tomorrows to my daughter's life and many others just like her.
Thank you for that moving speech, and that's why we're here, and I hope you guys take it to heart. I know that hit me hard, and it shows you the realities that CF parents and patients have to face, and it's something that a lot of us can't even begin to fathom or begin to relate to, but we really can help, and this is our way of giving back to them and showing our support for them. So today we are offering a very, very special opportunity to support this life-saving research that was described earlier. This is your chance to ensure that children born with cystic fibrosis grow and enjoy life, and adults living with CF have the opportunity to live not only into their 30s, but into their 40s and beyond that. At this time, ladies and gentlemen, you have a very unique opportunity to be a part of this cure for cystic fibrosis as we bid for a cure. Volunteers are stationed throughout this room and will come to you to get your check, credit card, or pledge. And we ask that you look deep into your hearts and dig deep into your pockets to give at a level that is comfortable for you. And we have a special remark that we just want to give a special thank you to someone real quick, and we're going to have her do this for us. Ready?
Thank you, care employees, for the $500.
It's $5,000 was given. Thank you so much for doing that. Bob and Bev Gaiman. I mean, it's just an unbelievable amount. Thank you. There's honestly no amount of thanks we can give for that kind of generosity, but today we have the opportunity, all of us in this room, to even match, that donation. So today I'm calling from the bottom of my heart and from many, many people's hearts that are in this room that has dealt directly with the consequences and things that cystic fibrosis places on the everyday burden of life. And I'm just calling, is there anyone out there this afternoon that's willing to match that $5,000 that has already been given for cystic fibrosis research? I know this is a big sum.